Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Isa, and I can very shamelessly say that I am a devout Christian, pretty fundamentalist Christian. I am a social conservative. I'm a political conservative. I voted for Donald Trump, and I'm a member of the NRA. Now, if you're on the left, these things probably make you view me in kind of a negative light, but I want to challenge you today to ask yourself if that is really consistent with what you believe about being tolerant and open-minded. Is the fact that you view somebody as intolerant and narrow-minded really worth suspending your own tolerance and open-mindedness over? Because I don't really believe it is, and kind of challenging that paradigm within myself is what ultimately led me to move from a very left-wing person when I was a young person to the pretty, conservative right-wing person that I am today. I was willing to challenge that paradigm within myself and be truly open-minded. I would also challenge you to ask yourself if you are going around your daily life being really consistent with the things you believe. So I'll just tell you some of the things that I also believe and see if you share these ideals with me. I believe in love. First of all, above all things, of course, to me, that is Christian love. But I bet if we sat down and hashed out our definitions of love, we'd probably find that we have a lot in common. I believe in treating people as you want to be treated. I don't care if that's an Antifa member or a member of the Trump administration. I believe in treating every single person, yes, illegal immigrants included, the way that I would want to be treated. I also believe that people should be held accountable for their actions, and yes, that the law should be upheld. And I do look to the government to uphold the laws of its own land. Is that really that radical of an idea? I also just believe in treating people like your brothers and sisters, whether or not you see eye to eye on everything, that you are responsible for the way that you treat other people and the way that you act towards other people, and ultimately your spiritual state of mind. That's on you. That's not somebody, demanding somebody else change their viewpoints or the way that they're living their life to accommodate you is just not the healthiest way to live. And you probably think that's kind of hypocritical of somebody who's a Christian and on the right to say those things. But what a lot of people on the left and atheists don't understand about Christians is that we're not warning you about God's judgment because we hate you and we want you to feel judged. We're warning you about God's judgment because no matter how delusional you may think this is, and that's totally fine if you think that, we genuinely believe that you will face God's judgment one day for your actions on earth. And you know what? Christians can be really, really nasty in the way that they convey this sometimes. But at the end of the day, we're ultimately trying to warn you against something that could happen. We definitely believe it's going to happen. And we want to save you from that. And most of all, we want you to know God's love. So if you believe in love and you think that Christians are unloving, why don't you try to be a little bit more consistent and loving and reach out to them and try to understand why they believe what they believe. And I would also challenge people on the right to try to understand why leftists believe what they believe, because I believe there are genuinely a lot of good people out there who just don't want to see people suffer, who just don't want to see people get hurt. And that's something that we can all bond over, and it is getting really old. All the divisiveness is getting really old, and I have to admit I'm fully guilty of playing into it and getting sucked into it all the time. But today it was just put on my heart to share with you that love and tolerance are something that, when genuinely practiced, go far beyond the ideological spectrum. And it's something that can bring us back together as Americans and, as Christians, as human beings. So that's just my message for today. If it touches your heart, please let me know. I would love to hear from you. God bless you.